Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Choda and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. I hope our community is doing well. I appreciate you being a viewer and subscriber. If you're not a subscriber yet, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Please enable notifications. Please ignite that like button because the name of our channel is Ignition Time. Now, on Monday, CNBC's Meg Terrell broke the news on CNBC that Pfizer had a breakthrough with their vaccine. In fact, Meg interviewed the CEO of Pfizer, Dr. Albert Bourla, and basically, this was a really monumental announcement. As you know, the stock market surged, and there was a lot of optimism that emerged, and the optimism is still there. And I want to be clear: the vaccine from Pfizer is not going to be the only game in town. We can expect more announcements to follow shortly. I believe Russia made an announcement today that their vaccine was 92% effective. So, I guess people can say whatever they want in this day and age, right? But here's the important part. Today, CNBC reported, in fact, Meg reported, the same CNBC reporter who interviewed Dr. Bourla, that Dr. Bourla actually sold 68% of his Pfizer stock on Monday, and that was worth $5.6 million. Now, I'll dig into that as well. I just want to be clear, I'm not talking about insider trading because, CEOs do that all the time. And this sale was pre-planned going back all the way to August. Now, there would have been no way for Pfizer to know back in August that, the announcement of the vaccine would come on a certain date. So, let's not jump to conclusions here, but I do think the timing is definitely very, very interesting. So first, let's take a look at that monumental announcement on Monday when Meg Terrell interviewed the Pfizer CEO, Dr. Bourla, and let's take a look at that major announcement. And then we'll get into the news from today about the stock sales. 68% of the stocks that Dr. Bourla owned, the Pfizer CEO owned, were sold on Monday through a predetermined move, a move that was made back in August, yielding $5.6 million. And I believe the sale price was right around $38 or $39 on Monday. But first, let's go back 48 hours and look at the interview between Meg and Pfizer CEO, Dr. Bourla, and first recap that monumental announcement 48 hours ago. Let's roll the tape.
What was it like when you saw the results, 90% efficacy for your vaccine for COVID?
It was exactly what you can imagine. It is a great day for science. It is a great day for humanity when you realize that your vaccine has a 90% effectiveness. That's overwhelming. You understand that the hopes of billions of people and millions and businesses and hundreds of governments that were felt on our shoulders, now we can credibly tell them, I think we can see light at the end of the tunnel.
You said no serious safety concerns that you observed in the trial so far. Tell us what you've seen there. What's it going to be like for people if and when this vaccine gets on the market to take these shots? I mean, after the second one, you do feel some side effects sometimes, right?
Yes, we have published, as you remember, in our R&D day at Pfizer, unblinded safety data from the first, I think, 6,000 patients. Now we have 36, almost 40,000 patients with second dose already been given. And it's exactly the same situation. It hasn't changed at all. So the tolerability profile, it is among the best.
So this is, of course, just the top line data. You took a look in on an interim basis. You had 94 infections in the trial. So we don't have the spelled out data. But what can you tell us about, did you prevent severe infection in the trial? Just tell us what you can essentially at this point about what you know.
No, I'm telling you what I can because I don't have this information. As you know, all this information is blinded and there is a committee of independent experts that are reviewing the data. According to the protocol, the only information that they had to give us was if the product is effective and the effectiveness of this product in the first primary endpoint, that was people without prior infections. And also they had a look on the safety database and they told us that they have no safety concerns. We are not aware of the secondary endpoints, and one of them it is the severe COVID, and we are just waiting for the study to be completed. But given how quickly the events are accruing, because unfortunately these great news are coming at a time that the world needs them the most, where we have 100,000 cases every day. We will have completed the study, I think, before the end of the month.
And now, today, it was announced that Dr. Bourla, on the same day that he gave the interview, again, sold 68% of his Pfizer stock through a predetermined move, a decision that was made back in August. And I'll let you listen to this reporting for yourself, and I want you to be the judge about this rather interesting timing. Let me be clear. This is not considered insider trading because this is something that, pharmaceutical companies and CEOs do all the time. But the timing is interesting. The day the vaccine is announced, 68% of the stock owned by the CEO is sold. It's almost like saying, hey, Tim Cook from Apple sells off a majority of his stock the day Apple had a major announcement. I don't know, maybe a watch that measures your blood glucose levels or some other unusual announcement. So this is rather interesting. Let's take a look at the reporting from CNBC today about the stock sale by the Pfizer CEO, Dr. Bourla, on the day that he was interviewed 48 hours ago. Quite interesting. Let's roll the tape and watch.
Good morning, Andrew. That's right. So remember, of course, Pfizer reported that 90% efficacy number on its vaccine trial for COVID on Monday. Its stock went up quite a bit. We are now learning that Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla sold $5.6 million worth of stock, 132,500 shares on November 9th. Now, that was pursuant to one of these 10b5-1 plans, sort of a pre-planned sale. That plan was adopted August 19th, 2020. Now, I reached out to Pfizer on this, and they did confirm that this was part of that plan. They note that under SEC rules, major shareholders and insiders of exchange-listed corporations, these plans allow them to trade a predetermined number of shares at a predetermined time. Now, they note that through that stock plan administrator, Dr. Bourla authorized the sale of these shares on August 19th, provided the stock was at least at a certain price. So now, he still owns 81,812 shares, but this was a large chunk of his share ownership, 61.8% sold. And so, we've seen this with companies like Moderna as well, with top executives there under these pre-planned 10b5-1 plans selling stock, as their stock has risen through their COVID vaccine development programs. And so these kinds of things always raise eyebrows and lead to a debate about, these plans. It's not insider trading. These plans were put in place, and this was sold after the news about the vaccine based on the stock being at a certain price. Of course, folks always pay close attention to these things, guys.
Hey, Meg, did the company know on August 19th, when this stock sale was put in place, that that Monday would be the day that they'd be releasing the results?
No. So they started their phase 3 trial at the end of July. And so the plan was put in place after they started the phase 3 trial, knowing that they would have results in the fall. The plan actually was the end of October. That was when Pfizer's CEO was expecting to have data on whether the vaccine worked. So they didn't know which day they would get the information. They did know it was going to come in the fall, though.
Yeah, Meg, I think of Moderna and how that happened, and Moderna was, I don't know, multiples higher than it had been in the last year or ever. Historically, that was a great time to call. This is a good price to get for Pfizer at 38, but it's the highest it's been in a year or so. If we go back even further, I think it was almost 50 back in 2018. So we're talking about 38. So it is an advantageous price given where it's been in the last 6 months, as you can see, or the last year. But certainly not. It's not like a Moderna where you go from $5 to 80 and dump all your stock at 80. And so I don't know. I don't know what goes involved. These, as Jim has pointed out, Kramer has pointed out, you can ask for a lapse in these plans. If you're worried about the way it's going to look, you can say, no, I don't want to do it. And, that was obviously, I think, an option to Mr. Bourla and the other executive at Pfizer. So you can do that. But is it a predetermined amount and date going all the way back to when the other executive was actually 2019 was when she set it up. So I'm not sure you can tie that. That was even before the pandemic. Is it actually on that Monday it's going to be sold if it's at a certain price? Is that the way it works?
I'm not sure that there was even a date involved in the plan for selling this. Although it does say to trade a predetermined number of shares at a predetermined time. It's triggered by the stock hitting a certain price. And so because the stock moved so much Monday, that could have triggered the sale. We should also point out, guys, of course, Pfizer CEO did not know that the vaccine was going to work this well or even necessarily work at all. I mean, he put the plan in place after they started the phase 3 trial. He obviously believed in the vaccine, but if the vaccine had not worked, the stock would have gone down.
Right.
And so, the other argument about, putting these 10b5-1 plans in place and deciding not to exercise the plans, Moderna has argued that in itself is a form of controlling the shares. People could argue that, then they're keeping their stock. And so it's complicated, obviously two sides.
So that's it, everybody. Let me know what you think of this this rather interesting timing, if you will, in the comment section below. Please comment below and let us know what you think. Also, you'll find the link to all our reporting in the description section below. I really appreciate you watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. You can get on our SMS list, get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000, and you'll get added to our SMS alerts list. You can, if you want, also get added to our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and then you can get added to our email list, and you can opt out of the email list or the SMS list at any point in time that you want. No worries. Sometimes YouTube does not send out notifications on time, so simply go to youtube.com/ignition time and simply bookmark our channel. This way you can visit our videos anytime you want. You're not going to miss out anything, and you can check out the videos at your convenience. You can follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. Follow us on Instagram for exclusive content. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. You'll get breaking news and alerts about matters that are important to the country, to the economy, and most importantly, to your money. Thank you so much for watching. Please click like. That would be your vote of confidence in us, and that really helps out the YouTube algorithm. Please ignite the subscribe button. Please ignite the notification button, because the name of our channel is Ignition Time. I'm so happy you decided to take a few minutes of your day to share with us, and I really appreciate that. Please share this video with friends and family. Speaking of sharing, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.